If you own a home in Kingsville, or you've been eyeing this area and thinking about making a move, you need to see what February's numbers are actually telling us. Because on the surface, it looks like things have slowed down. But when you dig a little deeper, the average sale price is sitting above $600,000. And the homes that sold went for basically exactly what they were listed for. So, what is really going on? Stick around. I'm breaking down the real Kingsville numbers for February 2026, and I'll tell you exactly what it means, whether you're buying or selling right now. By the way, if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or even relocating to Kingsville or anywhere in Windsor-Essex, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week to help them with their next move. And I would genuinely love to have a private conversation with you to see how I can help you make the right decisions, avoid any mistakes, and be properly guided throughout this entire process. If you'd like that conversation, just click the link in the description or contact me directly right here on the screen. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Linda Hakr with Jump Realty, and this is your monthly Kingsville real estate market update. Every month I go through the actual local MLS data so you can get real numbers, not just broad strokes about the Canadian housing market that have nothing to do with what's happening right here in Kingsville. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the numbers. Let's talk about what's actually happening in Kingsville in February. There were 30 new listings that came onto the market and 6 homes sold. The average sale price was $602,483, and the median sale price came in around $560,000. Now, here's the number that I think tells the real story. The sale to list price ratio was 99.9%. That means the homes that sold in Kingsville last month went for essentially their full asking price. That is not a weak market. That's a market where sellers who price properly are still being respected by buyers. The other number worth talking about is the days on market, 39 days. That's longer than we've seen in recent years, and it reflects the fact that buyers are taking more time right now. They're not rushing. They're comparing their options, and with 10.3 months of inventory currently on the market, they have plenty to look at. For context, real estate professionals generally consider 4 to 6 months of inventory a balanced market. At 10.3 months, Kingsville is sitting in a buyer's market territory right now. And that's actually really useful information depending on which side of the transaction you're on. So let's talk about if you're a buyer, what this looks like in Kingsville. Honestly, this is one of the better entry points that you've had in years. 10 months of inventory means you have real choices. You're not walking into a bidding war the second something hits the market. You have time to look at multiple properties, get a proper home inspection, think it through, and make a decision you actually feel good about. That was almost impossible to do back in 2021 and 2022. And the median price of $560,000 means there are genuinely attainable options here, especially if you're coming from a larger city where that same budget gets you a fraction of what it gets you in Kingsville. That said, don't let the slower pace make you too comfortable. The right homes at the right price, they're still moving. Be thoughtful, but when the right one comes along, make sure that you're ready. All right, so let's talk about what this means for the sellers. So if you're thinking about selling in Kingsville, here's the honest truth. That 99.9% sale to list ratio is genuinely encouraging. It tells you that buyers are paying close to full price for the right homes. But the 39 days on market and the 10.3 months of inventory tell you that buyers have options right now, and they know it. If your home is overpriced, or if it's not showing its best, it's going to sit. And in a market with this much inventory, a home that lingers starts to raise questions. The sellers who are winning right now are pricing accurately from day one, preparing their home properly before it goes live, and having a strong marketing plan in place. Do those three things right now? And that 99.9 sale to list ratio shows you can still get an excellent result in Kingsville. So, if you found this helpful, make sure that you subscribe. I put out these local market updates every single month, so you always know what's happening before you make your next move. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.